Have you ever wondered how you could create excitement and buy-in before a sales call begins? Would you love for an ideal prospect to say that you're a godsend and pay to work with you before a sales call ends? If you said yes, you're at the right video at the right time, because I'm sharing 3 things that every successful entrepreneur does before a sales call that has them hear people say yes to their 4-figure, 5-figure, 6-figure, and even 7-figure offers. So you and I can agree that successful entrepreneurs and those who are successful in sales, that they sell differently. They think about sales differently. They have different beliefs about sales. They talk about sales differently, and they sell differently. And so they also do things differently before every sales call. And one of the reasons that they do things differently in terms of how they think, how they talk, what they believe, what they say, is because they believe that sales is good. They believe that sales brings value to the world, that selling is something that they do to someone, they do for someone, it's not something they do to someone, right? They understand what the Bible says in Proverbs 11:26, that they curse those who hoard their grain, but pray God's blessings on those who sell it. And so because they think about sales differently, they have different beliefs about sales, because they talk about sales differently, they have some prep things that they do differently before every sales call. So the first thing that they make sure to do before a sales call is they make sure that their energy is high. They make sure that they have high energy on the sales call. Have you ever been on a sales call and you could feel some nervous, anxious energy going on? You could hear it in the person's voice, or maybe you have felt this way, where you were feeling a little bit anxious, feeling a bit uncomfortable, feeling awkward, not feeling so confident, and it showed up in your mannerisms, it showed up in your voice, it showed up in your energy. Well, successful entrepreneurs make sure none of that happens. They make sure that they come to the sales call as their most bold, authentic, and confident self. And they really show up in the fullness of who they are, and they make sure that their energy is high before every sales call. So that's really important, because they understand that people buy results, but people buy people. And they understand that people are buying them, and they want to make sure that they show up as their most bold, authentic, and confident self, and that their energy matches what they're saying, because they understand people are buying them. The second thing is what successful entrepreneurs and those who are successful in sales do before every sales call, is that they make sure that they are detached to the results. They don't care whether the person says yes or no to their offer. They're committed to showing up in excellence. They're committed to really performing high-level selling skills, and they are detached to the result. And you can feel that they're detached to the result. They're not communicating it, but when you're engaging with them, you don't feel this like icky, pushy, neediness that's happening. And successful entrepreneurs and those who are successful in sales, they are detached to the results regardless of whether they met or are not close to meeting their sales goal. Like, they're not just detached when they've already met their sales goal and already have, hitting their sales revenue. They're detached whether or not they're meeting their sales goal or hitting their sales number. They are detached to the results. They're more focused on how they are showing up and less focused on the result, right? They're measuring themselves and they're doing what they need to do before a sales call so that they're detached. And the third thing that they do, which by the way, these are actually helping them have people say yes to their 4-figure, 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure offers. And this is why, before I go in the third thing, that you will hear those who are successful in sales, they'll say that selling is easy. That once you learn how to sell, it's easy to do. The hard part is to learn sales because there's a lot of unlearning. Well, what unlearning? Some of the unlearning is that sales is bad, right? And that salespeople are pushy and manipulative and greedy, and that people have to work twice as hard to make half as much. Like all of these lies that we've been programmed to believe by different systems, whether that's our school system, whether it's our church system, whether it's our family system, whether it's our cultural system. The hard part is the unlearning. And that's why learning sales feels hard. But once you've learned sales, it's easy to do. And the third thing that's successful salespeople and successful entrepreneurs do. Remember, the first one is that they come with high energy before a sales call. The second one is that they make sure they're detached to the result. And the third thing is that they are prepared, more prepared with the prospects, knowing the prospect's problem and exactly what they need. They understand the prospect's problem in a level, in such great depth that when they're communicating and talking to the prospect feels seen, heard, and understood. See, they spent so much time figuring out how to solve the prospect's problem faster, quicker, easier, and more effectively than the prospect, that when they're speaking to the prospect, and it feels weird saying the prospect, but when they're speaking to the person who may or may not buy their offer, that person feels so seen, heard, and understood. It resonates with them in their soul. Like, oh my gosh, this person understands my problem better than I do. Of course they can help me. They understand the nuances. And so those are 3 things that successful entrepreneurs do before every sales call that helps them have people buy in before the sales call begin, and has people say they're a godsend and pay to work with them before the sales call ends. Listen, if you found this video valuable, if you've got insight and information and revelation from this video, then you're going to absolutely love my free training on the 7 biggest sales mistakes that are keeping you from 7 figures. Listen, there's mistakes that you're making right now that you're not even aware of that is costing you a fortune and delaying God's promises. If you want to learn those biggest sales mistakes, then you want to go to my website, altheamcintyre.com/7 biggest mistakes. You can go to the description and get the link there. And in fact, I'll actually pin it as a comment so you can grab this training and learn the 7 biggest mistakes so you can stop making them. If you've enjoyed this video, do a few things for me. First, make sure to like it, make sure to comment and let me know what aha you're leaving this video with. And then share it with others so they too can learn the 3 things that successful entrepreneurs do before every sales call. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a single episode. Okay, until next time, take care. God bless. Love you. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when we release a new video. Then click the TV to watch the next video. Go to altheamcintyre.com to get your free training on the 7 biggest sales mistakes that keep you from 7 figures.